I want to be remembered as a man who started by changing a village and ended up changing the entire world. My name is Pius. You can call me Pius Mithika, aka Msaidizi. Born and raised from Meru, a very small village called Kaelo. Currently, I'm a Senior Investment Banking Analyst in New York City. I work with the International Bank based in New York. Basically, I focus on leverage finance, so helping companies, buy companies using debt. I just finished my master's of Science from Michigan State University, actually sometime early this month. I just launched a book, The Boy Who Believed. So The Boy Who Believed, it's like a testimony of my life. So this is a story of a 7-year-old boy who, after the death of his father, leaves his family because of a disagreement with his stepmother, and he starts life on his own. And all along he never gave up or never stopped believing that there's a day that will come and he'll go to school. The chief actually is the one who made him go to school. And that is where my journey with education started. From class 2, this boy actually realizes that he has a shot in education. The first exam, he becomes position 3 and he's like, okay, so I can do this. The next exam, he becomes position 1. And unfortunately, his education is cut short in class 3 because now grandma has to move from that place to another place where my father used to live. And now I have to transfer to school, mambo ya school uniform and all those things. I remember walking into Kiriana Primary School in Kaelo, and the head teacher is like, no, we can't admit you unless you have a school uniform. Luckily, I was carrying my report form. So I meet this teacher and she goes through my report form and she's like, since you go to school, you've been topping in your class. Let me talk to the head teacher and see what we can do. And I was admitted to Kiriana without a school uniform. And later I was able to get a school uniform through a donor. So I finished my exam, KCPE, become the best boy in the district, Igembe North. Now everyone is like, okay, here he is. He, did well, but then what next? And one of the teachers comes and she's like, actually there's a program called The Wings to Fly. We went to Maua branch. We took some application forms. Fortunately, we ended up getting the Wings to Fly scholarship after a round of interviews. And that was the beginning of everything. The name Msaidizi came when I was in class 5. Every time during the closing days, I'm there singing. This teacher, music producer, is like, I'll take you to studio. So we need you to come up with a name. Recorded my first song, Mbono Usisome. Actually, I later came to perform it in one of the Wings to Fly congresses. I was like, I think I've been through a lot in my life and I want to become a helper. And I was like, I'll call myself Msaidizi. So that every time I remember that I need to grow to one day help someone else. But most importantly, it's a confession so that I get someone to really help me, to pursue what I believe in. And that's how the name Msaidizi was born. The good thing is that Equity had a way of, Wings to Fly making us find a balance. Because I remember Equity used to give us even awards for being in leadership. So I used to love to be a leader. And I became a leader in IKU. Eventually I ended up becoming the vice president and being elected the president of the Students' Council. So in the Wings to Fly program, I ended up nurturing my leadership. I remember going to Rwanda as one of the 10 students that were selected student leaders to represent, our country, bringing together all the student leaders from various countries. And the more I did these things, the more I kept believing in myself and that I can go beyond. After high school, I get my A-. And sometime later, I received this letter from Equity that, hey, we have a job for you. So we get this internship. I went to Equity Thika. In the Equity Leaders Program, they have college counseling. I applied actually to be in the college counseling program. Applied to a number of schools and until 17th of March, because I remember that day, it was 5 a.m. I received this email from Michigan State University, MasterCard Foundation. Congratulations, I've received a scholarship to attend Michigan State University for 4 years. I walk the entire plot with the way I was screaming. And that is the moment that turns your life around. I became a mentor for a number of months before leaving. I was actually the head chaperone in my last Congress, the last Wings to Fly Congress in 2017 at Alliance Girls. And now leave Equity Leaders Program and become the Equity Global Scholars. This book is another testimony because at the back here there is actually a comment from Dr. James Mwangi and Dr. Beth Waweru. It's very hard to tell someone they can fly when all they have ever done in their life is walk. And that is why mentors like us come in, because I would not be here if there was no mentor, that was there to tell me it's possible. So many beautiful stories have been born through education. I am a testimony of that. There is leadership, there is things like professionalism, there is the way you speak and carry yourself around. There's a network that you get in these colleges and universities. I want to be remembered as a man who started by changing a village and ended up changing the entire world. Mentorship is an irreplaceable necessity. There's nothing we can replace mentorship with. There is someone waiting for you to dare your dreams so that they can dare theirs. And unless you achieve yours, they will never achieve theirs. Because there's a boy, a girl somewhere today who hears my story and is like, I believe I can achieve anything I envision. Now imagine if we have many of us or inspire many others to do that. So the boy you believed is the first step, but I hope God has a lot in store and we are going to be changing one village. We start with Kaelo, the one next to Kaelo, the next one, until we change the entire world to believe that there's nothing we cannot do. And this book is available on Amazon. It's available in Kenya through Nuria Store or nuriakenya.com. So you can order and it gets delivered.